The way the land has been used in terms of herbicides, weedicides, pesticides, well, we need to understand nearly 82 to 86% of biodiversity is within the first 12 inches of topsoil. When we plow with machines like tractors plow to a depth of 9 to 12 inches and leave it open, this means we are destroying the biodiversity completely. What biodiversity means is, it's the humus in the soil. The word human comes from the word humus. That means this is actually living soil.
Hello everyone. Many people doubt that we won't get more production in organic farming. If it is correct, then why do forestries have uncountable fruits without any human existence and without any chemical fertilizers used? How these forestries are getting this much production organically? The soil's productivity depends on the soil's fertility. That means if we want to increase the productivity of the soil, it is essential to increase the fertility of the soil. There is one biochemical reactor inside the soil that creates soil fertility, and that biochemical reactor is called humus. That means humus is the fertility and also the productivity of the soil. If we want to increase the soil's fertility and productivity, we have to create humus in the soil. The humus is created by the decomposition process of the straw, and this decomposition process is started or is done by variable useful beneficial species of microorganisms. Straw means dried dead bodies of living beings, including vegetation, animals, insects. That means for the humus creation, two inputs are required: dried residues of the crop, the best culture of microorganism. As we know, the best culture of microorganism is local cow dung. That means if you want to create humus in the soil, you have to utilize all the residues of the crop as mulching on the surface of the soil. And when we apply local cow dung as the best culture of microorganism in the form of Jivamrut and Ganajivamrut, automatically humus is created. So, what may be the availability of straw materials in the form of residues of the crop should not be burned at any cost. Entire residues should be utilized as mulch on the surface of the soil so that humus can be created. Most of the farmers burn these crop residues. When they burn, the carbon in the crop residues is released into the atmosphere and combined with oxygen in the atmosphere and forming carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is the reason for global warming and climate change.
So it's very, very important that soil becomes the focus, because if you put one-third to 40% of the land, especially in the tropical world, under tree shade, your climate change could be easily reversed. Land is getting hot simply because it is plowed or it is paved. Land has to go under vegetation, whatever kind, natural grasses, bushes, trees, whatever, because all these are serving the ecological activity. And we must also understand soil is a very significant carbon sink, and soil is the largest water soak on the planet.
So we shouldn't burn the crop residues. Instead of burning, we should use them as mulching so that humus is created and that we can decrease the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. What nutrients the roots take from the soil are deposited in the plant body, and when the residues of the crop in the form of mulching are decomposed, entire enclosed nutrients are deposited in the humus body. That means humus is the sustainable ocean of the entire nutrients. All the nutrients which are required for the growth of the crop and fruit trees are entirely available through the humus. So many organic acids, humic acids, and growth hormones are required for the best growth and development of the plant body. And all these organic acids, humic acids, and growth hormones are created during the humus creation and automatically are available to the roots at the same time. Humus is a sponge like body in which maximum water is also deposited. Humus has the tremendous capacity to absorb the moisture from the atmosphere deposited inside the humus and to give available to the roots of the plants. 1 kg humus absorbs 6 liter water from the atmosphere in one night, deposited into the humus and gives available to the roots of the plant. That means humus is not only the best supplier of the food nutrients to the roots, simultaneously it is the best source of water to the roots also. That means we will create sufficient humus in the soil. The soil become drought resistant and in several drought also. Plants are not dried, fruit trees are not dried. Humus convert photosensitive plants into photosynthetic plants in higher intensity of solar light above 8,000 to 12,000 foot candle. For example, pomegranate, banana, grapes, turmeric, ginger, chili, black pepper, and green vegetables are highly sensitive crops. They are not photosynthetic, they are photosensitive. They can't survive in chemical farming in high intensity of the solar light above the 8,000 foot candle in summer. But humus converts photosensitive matter into photosynthetic. So, if we will utilize Jivamrut and mulching, humus created, and that humus creating the photosynthetic matter property inside the plant in high intensity, also your crop will not be dried.